My dear colleagues and friends all around the world, I want to give you a quick update, particularly on Omicron and as part of the COVID. As you will know, now we have a total of around 270 million cases of COVID-19 since the beginning of the pandemic. And the rate has recently, over the last 1 year, of related death has remained around 2%. So there's a total of around 5.3 million deaths. And the big question has been, the big challenge for us has been the emergence of the new variants, and the latest of which is Omicron. So I want to give you a little bit, a quick idea, an update on Omicron. But first, let me wish you all a very Merry Christmas and the best of the holidays and a blessed Happy New Year. Now, let me start. The Omicron, as you will know, was sort of reported in November 2021, started in South Africa. It is a new variant with at least 32 mutations in the spike protein, and this raised a lot of concern because of a lot of mutations in the spike protein, whether it is it would be cause an evasion of the antibodies related to reinfection, people had previous infection, or the vaccine, and whether it would cause more severe disease, because many of the reported cases occurred in people who are fully vaccinated. Now, the good news, and I want to report on the most recent CDC study that came up basically a few days ago. In the United States, 43 cases with Omicron, they were all looked at, and really no death, no mortality, and there was only one person who was hospitalized. Now, this is very important because this would show, based on also international data from all around the world, that the Omicron is most likely is not associated with more severe disease. And actually, there is a lot of talk that it could be associated with a less severe disease than the original SARS-CoV-2 strain, and certainly the Delta. There is kind of reason for that. The other part is analyzing this new variant genomically. There is a genetic sequence within it that resembles more the corona 229E, which causes the common cold corona. It's the common cold corona, endemic coronavirus, which really brings hope that it is more of the milder strain that would cause more a common cold. And this is what we're seeing with a lot of mild cases occurring. Now, the big question mark is whether these mild cases are related to the fact that in the United States, for example, among these 43, 79% of the cases were associated with were previously fully vaccinated, and this is maybe the reason. Because in fully vaccinated patients, the disease tends to be milder. The second point which we need to kind of make is that it could be a breakthrough in even among boosted, where 1/3 of the cases in the United States had a booster, but they were all mild cases, only one hospitalization. So the sum up, it seems to be a milder disease, possibly related to, particularly in fully vaccinated. The cases in Hong Kong were fully vaccinated. It could be it can occur and could be evaded by the antibodies generated by the vaccine. For example, the first 2 cases in Hong Kong, they were fully vaccinated. In the United States, as we mentioned, 79% were fully vaccinated. But a booster, based on recent studies, there are multiple recent studies that would show that the booster would provide enough high levels of neutralizing antibodies to basically make it, if it occurs, a very mild disease. Now, to put everything in summation, to put everything together, I think the message is the following. The booster vaccine is very important in view of the Omicron, to make sure that if one acquires COVID, Omicron variant, that it's a mild disease and it's just like the common cold. So I would strongly promote the booster for everybody who took it. Those who are not vaccinated, I would ask them to become vaccinated and make sure that you take the booster. And people would say, well, even boosted people are acquiring it. Yes, they're acquiring it, but it's comparably to anything else a very, very mild disease. So I really would like to suggest that to you. And again, the best of the Merry Christmas and the best of this season for 2022.